Morning, on the water in the Piedmont region of North Carolina with Jamie Denison and Brandon Jessup, and we're gonna go out and catch some largemouth. This is your home water, right, guys?
Yes, it is.
Pretty close.
All right, let's go find them.
All right, alrighty, let's get it.
Yeah, if you look at your graph, man, on your side image and even in your down scan, you can see this place is absolutely loaded with stumps, and you just look around and you can see the standing timber and so forth. The water's a little dirty, so these fish are naturally going to pull up and stay tight on that cover. This morning with the cloud cover, I'm throwing this old whopper plopper, hoping we can pull one to the top, see if we can't get a few explosions and get some of that good footage that we all like to see. Up here ahead, this long point, it's actually an old road bed that when they filled this lake, they didn't destroy it, it's just there. In the past, I have sit right up here on the edge of it where it falls off and just loaded the boat with 3 and 4 pounders. Alright guys, we're going to, there's an old road bed up here. I'm going to ease over it with this graph and show you what we're talking about. What to look for. If you look over here in the woods, you'll see that clearing right there, and then you see right here coming out right here. I mean, that's pretty obvious. There it came up right there. I mean, now it's still going to come up a little closer too. Like I said, I'm probably going to drop this right here just in case. I think we'll be okay. And you can see the side image, it gets narrower. Like I said, if I went a long ways, of course, you could see it come up.
Right.
Like I said, the lake's up a little bit right now. If it was down a little further, I'd worry about hitting it. Hey, get off my spot. Oh, wow. My buddy Brandon. But, yeah, you can see, if you just run over it with your graph, you can see it come up. And if you hit it with just a little bit of speed, you'll see that graph just come up and fall right off.
That's what we're looking for.
That's a good fish. What did it eat?
Carolina rig lizard.
All right.
Never felt the bite. Just pulled up and had weight. There she goes.
Show me your setup, your rod, reel, line, weight, all that.
I've got a 7.9 heavy. If I can get myself unhooked. It's one I custom made.
Yeah?
Using a 50-pound braid with a 20-pound mono leader. And just a Carolina rig zoom lizard. Using an ounce tungsten.
What size lizard?
6 inch.
Yeah.
June bug.
Nice. 1 ounce tungsten.
Yeah, I got 2 half ounces so they make a little more noise.
Jamie and I were out to dinner last night, and we were talking about the sort of misconception that a lot of these guys that win a lot of the tournaments, like what you were KBF Angler of the Year last year,
yeah.
And you just won the Gate City Classic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the misconception that you fish for a living.
Yeah, no, I don't fish for a living.
What pays your bills?
I actually work for the city of Greensboro. I'm a mechanic. I don't fish for a living.
Right.
It would be nice, but no, we don't. I don't fish for a living.
Right.
To my knowledge, there may be 1 or 2 kayak anglers that fish for a living, but I don't think I know them personally.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about, I guess, the balance between, you know, work life, family life, and fishing life?
For me, it's a constant go. I mean, you work 40 hours a week at your job, and then you work another 40 hours a week fishing. Because once you get off work, you're working on fishing gear, you're getting your boat ready, you're looking at maps, you're planning for the week, or all your vacation time is just go, go, go. And believe it or not, my wife, fishing is just as much part of her life as it is mine, because she's my partner. You know, she loves it just as much as I do. Well, I shouldn't say that. She doesn't love it as much as I do, but she goes right along with it.
She's supportive.
Yes, very much so.
I think that's a critical component of finding the right balance, is finding someone who is supportive of you, pursuing that, and because it does take a lot of time.
Oh yeah, somebody, I hear people say, "I'm thankful my wife let me." No, it's not a let. No, it isn't. My wife knows this is my passion. She knew it when we set our vows, and we did what we done, and she supported it then, and she still does. It's just part of our lives,
right?
And I'm thankful for that.
Talk to me. You're getting ready to go down to Texas for the KBF End on the Bend, and tell me a little bit about that, the prep work, and then the pre-fishing that you're looking at doing the next several days till that tournament starts.
Well,
what's that look like?
We're coming up towards the end of October. I'm really counting on this fish being, starting to move back up in those creeks. Fortunately, I've been able to go there before and have a little bit of knowledge of what's going on there. Been to the lake, and those fish have actually, last year they were pushed back up in there a little bit. So I'm hoping that it's kind of the same thing it was last year. So I will go and try to duplicate that again. If not, I'll scramble and see if I can't find some fish.
So overall, with your pre-fishing, what are your goals, and how do you attain those goals in the time that you have to pre-fish?
Well, I try not to go into it with a preset notion. I try to go into it, okay, let the fish tell me what to do, and then that way I don't get sidetracked a whole lot.
Right.
Sometimes that's easier said than done, because I've got a plan in my head, and it's like, okay, this is the way it's going to be. But you go and you try to execute it, but if it doesn't work, you just, like I said, I scramble, and it seems like I'm a better scrambler, but to be honest with you, I don't know. I'll just have to wait and see when I get there.
Right.
But I'm hoping those fish will be moved back up in the creeks like they're supposed to be this time of year. Maybe they read the book, and we'll play along.
Right.
Sometimes they don't read the book, though.
These fish seem to be tight on cover. The water's a little dirty, so that makes sense. Anytime the water gets dirty, hold on. There's one. Yeah, the water got dirty, so these fish pulled up and got tight on this cover. That's probably a 3.5 pounder. Yeah, I'm gonna say 3.5, but yeah, they just pulled up tight on this cover. With the watercolor the way it is, I'm just throwing old June bug Z-crawl, and that's the big one, with a 1/2 ounce tungsten weight. Like I said, we're catching a few fish, hoping to catch a few more. But like I said, anytime that water gets dirty, I have found the fish, they tend to pull up tight on wood or some sort of cover. I like putting a flipping stick in my hand and just putting in as close to as much cover as I can, covering as much water as I possibly can.
So, Jamie, you had mentioned that that you did tournaments before you entered the kayak fishing world. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I mean, I was fortunate enough to run a big boat for probably, I don't know, 15 years anyway. And, fished a lot of BFLs, some Trend Series, and had some success. But the reason I got out of it, it's too expensive. This I'm able to, just go and do this so much more because it's the affordability of it.
I take a new bass boat now. The last one I priced was like $90,000. I just can't. I can't do that. Most people I know can't do that. This lets me go travel and fish, which is what we all love to do.
Nice, Brandon. Whew. Good fish.
Meaner than he was big.
Would that one hit?
Shaky head.
Yeah.
Zoom trick worm on shaky head. I just caught that good one. Just using a 3/8 ounce owner shaky head with a Zoom trick worm. I think
let it flat in your hand like that, so I can see. Nice.
Was using 20-pound braid with a 15 fluoro leader. Caught it on a 7-foot medium heavy St. Croix Legend X with a Shimano Stratic reel.
Nice.
He hit it, fish, he thumped it, not slack in it.
That feels good, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm running back and forth between these guys because they're getting them. Brandon just got one about that size. That's a nice one. Actually, no, that one's a little bigger.
He smoked that plopper thing.
Whopper plopper?
Yeah, he smoked it.
Nice, man. That is a beast. Very cool.
Yeah.
Where was he?
A little bit up there.
On the riprap?
No, he was on up the bank a little bit there.
Nice, man. What color plopper?
Whole
You were
black.
throwing the loon earlier. Yeah, that's a loon.
Yeah, whole black.
Nice, man. Nice catch.
Oh, bro.
So, Jamie, how many days on average do you pre-fish?
All right. I don't know if it's a local tournament, I may not fish any. I mean, if I know I'm coming here, I won't pre-fish it at all. I'll just come and fish.
But say you don't know the water you're going to, or maybe you've only.
I'll try to get 4 or 5 days.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try to take a week. Is what I'll try to get. At very minimum, 2.
Right.
Like if it's a trail event somewhere and it's only 4 or 5 hours away, depending on my work schedule, I'll always get that Friday before, leave out on Thursday evening and get one good day in.
Right.
But that makes it tough. And, if there's a major event like an open, I'll get me a week.
Yeah.
But, yeah, work makes that tough sometimes.
So if you were to look back over just the tournaments that you've won, and if you were to give me, I guess, your top three patterns or baits or presentations that have won you the most money.
Crankbait and jig.
Crankbait and jig.
Yeah, or it's all plastic flipping like this. Crankbait and flipping.
Right.
I mean, I know I haven't thrown a lot today, but I have won a bunch of money on a crankbait.
Yeah. What's your favorite crankbait for?
That's going to depend on time of year. Like I do throw a lot of square bills, but I like throwing a deeper diving crankbait.
Right.
I guess my go-to is like a DT14.
Yep.
Because I can throw it so far, I can actually get that DT14 down to a deep, around 16, 17 foot.
Right.
People don't get to further. I see people throwing a DT14 and not throwing it near far enough to get it to 14 feet. They don't understand that the further you throw it, the deeper it will go. They don't understand that line diameter makes a difference. Just try changing, going from a 10-pound to an 8-pound will make a difference.
Right.
And I still like monofilament over braid or over fluoro when it comes to that. I like that stretch and that when I'm throwing a crankbait.
What about the rod? What action rod are you throwing your deep diving crankbaits with?
Going to depend again on the crankbait, but for the most part, it's a medium to a medium heavy, moderate fast.
Okay.
Like I said, St. Croix's got an awesome rod, that Legend Glass. I'm pretty much strictly a glass rod now since they came out with that. I can throw, this rod right here is amazing. This is a Legend Glass 7.4. I can throw a DT14 on this. I can pick it up, throw a little, see I got a square bill thrown on it. I can throw, it's really a versatile rod. It's actually a medium heavy, moderate. And the
moderate just gives it that bend,
yeah, I
so
mean,
they don't throw the hooks.
Yeah, it gives it that extra, it's almost like a wimpy feeling, if you will, but it gives it that play in the rod, so when they make that lunge, it doesn't pull those treble hooks out. You wouldn't think a fish could pull those hooks out of his mouth as easy to do, but it's been preached forever and ever. They just seem to pull them out.
Right. All right, I'm finally getting on the board, throwing this live target shad wake bait. I got about 4 or 5 of them. That's the biggest so far. Just throwing shallow in some of this flooded garbage back here. What a mess that is, but that's a beauty fish. We'll go ahead and get her back. Jamie, something I've noticed with a lot of the top placing, top performing, top competing anglers in kayak bass fishing in particular, is that they have a travel partner. They have someone that goes with them everywhere. You know, Jody Queen and Brian Aliff come to mind, but there are others, and certainly Brandon is your, you know, he goes where you go for the most part.
Most of the time, if I can get him to go.
Talk to me about what synergies that provides, you know, in terms of pre-fishing, or you know, does it end on tournament day or what?
No, it doesn't. It definitely doesn't end on tournament day. I mean, if he's catching them, I'm not, or vice versa. I mean, if you think you can do it alone, you're crazy.
Right.
We bounce ideas off each other. We share information. It's not a all me or all him. It's an us. It's a partnership.
Right.
If he wins, I'm just as happy for him as if I win.
Right.
And I'm 100% sure it's the same way. He's just as quick to congratulate me as I am